It's me, MJF. It's me. I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and I am the devil himself, and I am the AEW devil. So, you know what? I've held the ECW title. I've also held the WWF title. When Ric Flair was in my company, he was holding the WCW title. And you know what? To end my career, I want the AEW title. I want to take the ROH title as well. People are talking about Swerve Strickland winning the Continental Classic and then getting the ROH title. I'm going to take that away from him because Swerve Strickland is a black man. We all know how Vince McMahon works. Vince McMahon is a white supremacist. Vince McMahon hates African Americans, so he's going to take that title away. Why do you think it took until 2022 for Kofi Kingston? I know 2020 for Kofi Kingston to become the WWE champion. I got to do that same standard. Maybe in 2050, you're going to have Swerve Strickland or another black guy be the AEW champion. So when it comes to you, MJF, you don't have what it takes. You don't have the corporate grapefruits. You don't have those big sweaty muscles. What I'm going to do is take the title off of you, and then I'm going to hold it. And then you know what? I'm going to give it to Brian Cage. I'm going to give it to Wardlow. And I'm going to give it to Rusev and all the other men on the roster that are big, sweaty mini men. Because I love big, sweaty men. And then the other reason why I want to be part of the company is because I love having all the bitches on the roster. I had Sunny. I had Charlotte Flair. I had so many bitches on my lap, my royal throne next to the corporate grapefruits in the WWE. So when I go to AEW, I'm going to have that awesome hot bitch, Nyla Rose. I'm going to have Saraya. I'm going to have Rio. I'm going to have Dr. Britt Baker. She's going to do a little bit more than work on my teeth. Yeah, because I'm Vince McMahon. And then the other thing that I'm going to do too is I'm going to damn sure make sure Edge is like a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year champion. Because we all know I love my Breakfast Club. That's John Cena. That's Triple H. That's Randy Orton. And that's also Edge. I'm going to make sure that all happens. And then also too, I'm going to make sure John Cena comes back to this company and make a lot of money. My ultimate goal in being the devil of AEW and come to AEW is this. That I've been retired. Triple H kicked me out of the company, so did TKO Holdings. I am a workhorse, and I'm also a dick horse, meaning that my dick works as hard as my workhorse. It is a form of horsepower, my dick. And I'm actually going to work hard as I can so I can buy back the WWE. And that's going to be by making AEW so much more profitable. And then I'm going to buy it, I'm going to merge it into a super company. And I'm going to call it WWE at the very end. So that way, I'll throw Triple H out of business. I'll fire Triple H. I'll fire Nick Khan. I'll fire TKO Holdings. And then I'll fire Tony Khan. And then ultimately it'll be me, Vince McMahon, being the ultimate professional wrestling king once again. And then I'm going to do that Futurama shit. And I'm going to put my head in a big thing of liquid. And then I'm going to live forever because I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon. This is a path for me to be on the top one more time by being the AEW devil. And then the other thing I want to say is that I'm going to fire a lot of people on the roster. There's so much fat in AEW that needs to be trimmed. I'm going to throw away Shane Taylor. I'm going to throw away Dalton Castle. I'm going to throw away the boys. I'm going to throw away a couple of people. There's so many people on the roster, I can't remember. I'm going to throw away the Hardy Boys. You know, been there, done that. Sting, your ass is going to retire. And also, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, I'm actually going to bring you back to this company. You know why? Because you're a punk just like me. You're going to be my Austin Theory. So yeah, MJF, I have the brass to fire your ass. You always talking about going to my company and being a big fan of Vince McMahon. Well, I'm not a fan of you. You're just a punk bitch. And you know what? I had a very rough life, and I learned to suck it up and move on. and achieve great things. You, in order to become the AEW champion, I appreciate you backstabbing people, but you were a whiny little bitch many, many times, and I can't have a whiny little bitches be my champion. So when I go to AEW, I will take the championship away from you, and you'll be bitching and crying about it, and then I'll tell you a couple of things. Number one, I'll tell you that life sucks, and then you die. And then the next thing I'll tell you is that I have the brass to fire your ass. And the last thing that I'll say to you, for all this talk about the bidding war of 2024, about how you don't want to be in the company, I will end it with this. MJF, you will join the Kiss My Ass Club. And then after that, MJF, I, the devil of AEW, will just say this. Your ass, you're fired.